said, and I'll tell you that, and this happened to somebody I know. I mean, there's somebody in Mauritania who's very well known for doing unusual things that indicate that he's mulham, that he's an inspired individual. Rahmakullah. We were going to go see him, and I was going to bring somebody to see him, and we couldn't go. And the whole way we were driving to this place in the middle of the desert, and the whole way I was really troubled about not seeing this man, because I was with somebody that I wanted to see, and he was going to help him as well. And anyway, we came over this hill, and there he was, sitting out on this rock. I mean, this is in the middle of nowhere, literally. Sitting out on this rock. And he had one of the people that worked for him had just killed a sheep, and he was cutting it down, and he was about to roast this sheep. I mean, this is like something, Mauritanians just don't do this, right? And he had this bowl of yogurt drink, and then he had this guy with him with a gun, like to do like tarheeb, welcoming. He said, tarheeb bila nifaq. This is like welcoming without hypocrisy. He's like, so then the Shaykh, he's a Sharif from the Prophet's family. He's sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. I said, subhanAllah, and this is normal for him. Like if you tell this story to people that know him, they just say, yeah, that's what he does. And we were in a hurry. That's why we didn't go visit him in the first place. But I was actually nervous about not going and visiting this and that. So he said, you have two choices, because you're travelers. I'm not going to keep you here. You can either stay and have lunch with us, or you take one of those sheep. And then I was telling another person this story, and I said to him, and he had a sheep tied to a tree. And he said, no, two sheep. And I looked at him and I said, did I tell you this story already? He said, no. And there was two sheep there. So these are Mauritanians are like this. That's why they're very strange people to spend a lot of time with. He said two sheep, and then he kind of realized what, and he just said, no, I didn't hear that story before. And he didn't. But there were two sheep. He said, you take one of the sheep, and he said, you eat it along the road. So we ended up taking the sheep. Anyway, this person was in Medina, and they hit something in a car, and he said, Ya Rasulullah, like that. And there was somebody in the car who said that was shirk. And this man, he didn't say anything about it. But that night, another person, and this is a person I know, another person, the Prophet ﷺ came to him and said, go tell my son, Wuldi, Muhammad Zain, go tell him that I'm upset with that other man. He shouldn't have said anything to him, but not to worry about it. Because he was, so anyway, and he just went and he told him, I don't know what this is about. Because this man lives in Medina. He came to Muhammad and he said, I don't know what this is about, but I saw the Prophet ﷺ last night, and he said for me to tell you this about so-and-so. And it was the person who had said that to him. It was the other person. So, there's people that's their experience of the world. Whether you believe it or not is irrelevant. You can believe it or not. It doesn't matter. The world goes on. You don't believe in angels? They're all over the place. Every one of you has two of them that are writing down all the stuff you do. It doesn't matter if you believe it or not. Reality is reality. If a madman in the middle of a rainstorm says it's not raining, it doesn't change the fact that it's raining. Right? Just because his view of reality is not congruent with reality. It doesn't matter. So don't worry about it. Anyway, that's about khawatir. I don't know why I went off on that, but that's about khawatir. That's a khatir. Khatir comes, it just occurs to your mind.